John chapter 10, coming in hot. John chapter 10 is awesome. One of my favorite verses is in John chapter 10. It's been illuminating to me. It's John 10:10, easy to remember. And it gives the mission statement for the enemy of our souls, which is the devil, which is Satan. It gives his mission statement, but it also gives the better, higher mission statement of Jesus, the more powerful mission statement of Jesus. Here's what it says. John 10:10. The thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. The enemy of your soul, that's the purpose of him. He wants to steal from you, kill you, destroy you. But then Jesus says, because Jesus is good news, Jesus says, my purpose is to give you a rich and satisfying life. Many versions say, my purpose is to give life and life abundant, a rich and satisfying life. I hope you hear that today. I hope that you know that Jesus Christ loves you so much. He's nothing to be afraid of. He doesn't condemn you. These are the things that we've learned over these past few days together in the book of John. Not only does he not want to condemn you, not only does he not give you bad things, he gives you great things. His purpose is to give you life and life abundantly. His purpose is to give you a rich and satisfying life. Man, this is a God worth serving. He's crazy for you. He loves you. He has this beautiful, full, rich, abundant, satisfying life ahead of you. And if you'll just take him at his word, if you'll just believe him, if you'll just hide yourself in him by reading the word, by praying. And listen, praying is not complicated. Praying is just talking to God. You may have heard someone pray and they used all sorts of words and even their tone of voice changed. It's not like that. It's just talking to God like I'm sitting here talking to you. It's a relationship. It's saying, God, you know what? I read in your word today that you want to give me an abundant life, a rich and satisfying life. God, how do I get there? Lord, I want that. And Lord, I thank you for wanting that for me. So God, show me how to get there. All that's prayer. He doesn't require you to say certain words or use certain phrases or even a certain tone of voice. He doesn't require that. He loves you because you're his kid and he just wants to talk to you. He just wants to talk to you. I love when my kids call me for any reason about anything. I don't require them to jump through hoops to speak with me because they're my kids and I love them. And God's the same way. He loves you. He wants to talk to you and have a relationship with you. So as you build that relationship with him and as you grow in it deeper and deeper, then you see, it's like your eyes are opened to this abundant life that he has for you. And then you start to see paths you can take to get there because he's opening them up for you. It's a great relationship. And then right after that, Jesus says, I'm the good shepherd. The good shepherd sacrifices his life for the sheep. A hired hand will run when he sees a wolf coming. He will abandon the sheep because they don't belong to him, and he isn't their shepherd. And so the wolf attacks them and scatters the flock. The hired hand runs away because he's working only for money and doesn't really care about the sheep. Again, he says, I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep, and they know me, just as my Father knows me, and I know the Father. So I sacrifice my life for the sheep. He lays his life down. And in verse 17, if you skip on down, he says that he sacrifices his life. No one can take it from him. He sacrifices it voluntarily. He says he has the authority to lay it down and to take it up again. Why did I read that part of that to you? Because he is your shepherd. This is a personal Jesus, a personal God. You belong to him. It says the hired hand will run. He abandons the sheep because they don't belong to him, but not Jesus. Jesus is the good shepherd, and he watches over the sheep. Why? Because we belong to him. We talked about that empty space we have a lot of times, and the only thing that's going to fill that is Jesus, because it is a longing for belonging. And I just want you to hear me loud and clear. Whoever you are, you belong to Father God. Jesus came to rescue you. And I read that last verse, verse 17 and 18, for you to know that he did it voluntarily. Nobody made Jesus do this for us. Nobody forced Jesus to do this for us. He did it out of love. He did it out of love. I think so many people run from Jesus or don't want to hear about Jesus or don't want more information about Jesus, don't want to be introduced to Jesus because they feel like he is wanting to take something from them. But we read throughout the book of John, and specifically in John 10, he came to give. He came to give to you. He came to give to you abundant life. He came to give to you his life that he sacrificed voluntarily because you belong to him. So I hope you read through that and really let that love, that sacrificial love, sink in. He loves you because he loves you, not because of fill in the blank. That we can all say, oh, well, maybe he'll love me if I, maybe he'll love me if I, maybe he'll love me if I. No, he just loves you. He just loves you. Loves you so much that knowing all that you would ever do, he came voluntarily to sacrifice his life for you. He's your shepherd. He wants to lead you because you belong to him. I will talk to you tomorrow. Let that sink in. I belong to Jesus. All the stuff that he did it voluntarily for me because he's the good shepherd and he just loves me so much. He does. He loves you so much. Talk to you tomorrow.